This is the Kollam main road at 7 in the morning, and this is a giant naked woman just a few meters from this iconic road. This is not about giant naked women. We are here to take a last look at the Indian coffee house that closed down on 30th January 2014 after 49 years of brewing coffee and letting young men have a good time, particularly in the 1970s.
The coffee house was started in the year 1964 at Kaplandimukku in a building called Parapot Buildings. And then I was just about 5 or 6. I used to go there with my mother and grandmother after mass from the Tilleri church. The reason why I loved to go there was that was the only place those days that cutlets was ready available. And a year later, due to certain problems, they had to shift to Chinnakada. And from 1965 onwards, the Indian Coffee House started functioning at the main road, Koilon. From the year 1972 onwards, I was a regular visitor to the coffee house, and I had the opportunity of meeting a lot of very good friends.
Those days was really potent stuff. അവനൊരു കപ്പ് പിടിച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ യു ആർ വെരി ഫ്ലൈങ് ആക്ച്വലി ഒരു ജോയിൻ്റ് അടിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ യു ആർ ഫ്ലൈങ് ഇറ്റ്സ് എ ഫാക്ട്.
Why did Augustine smile when Christy said join?
Because I remember all my old young friends, they were always having a joint. I don't want to name anybody, but if you ask me to touch the person, I will touch and show who the person is.
You know, Marlboro is now selling joints. Marlboro M. It's called Marlboro M. M for marijuana.
Marijuana.
Yeah, starting selling it now.
One such person whom I can now forget is Shah Jahan, who was the drummer for the band Zero Limits.
Oh, dead. Oh, dead.
Stylish. He was better off than any other models for Raymonds, and there were many women after him, and there even some married women also had a crush for him. He was so handsome, so stylish, elegant in his ways, a good dancer, and he was adjudged the best drummer of South India at a band competition in Coimbatore. And I remember one occasion when we went for a show at the CMS College, Kottayam. I mean, he was surrounded by all the girls of CMS College, and we had a tough time bringing Shah Jahan from CMS College back to Koilon. So those days were really fun. And then there was a big fight also in Indian Coffee House, and a big fight occurred here. It was something like watching a stunt movie in the Hindi films at 5 o'clock in the evening, and subsequently the Indian Coffee House was closed for 2 days.
This old establishment is closing down, taking with it a lot of memories. Memories of friends, animated conversations, raging hormones, and getting blown out of our silly minds. It is the time spent here that matters, not the ending or the leaving.
Your breath sweet as all like two jewels in the night. Your back is straight, your hair is smooth on the pillow where you lie. But I don't sense affection or gratitude or love. Your latte is not to me, but to the stars above. One more cup of coffee for the road. One more cup of coffee before I go to the valley below. Your daddy, he's an outlaw. He won't work by trade. He'll teach you how to pick and choose and how to throw blades. He oversees his kingdom, so no stranger does intrude. His voice trembles as he calls out for another plate of food. One more cup of coffee for the road. One more cup of coffee before I go to the valley below. Your sister sees the future like your mama and yourself. You never learned to read or write. There's no books upon your shelf. Your pleasure knows no limits. Your voice is like a metal lark, but your soul is like the